I want to first begin with Sanjay Jha. Mr. Jha, thank you. I want to ask you straight off. The BJP today says it is vindicated that Sam Pitroda has let the cat out of its bag. And the Mangal Sutra is definitely now within Congress's reach. How can you, after all the hard facts that I have mentioned, distance the Congress blithely from any prospective attempt at the redistribution of wealth, sir?
Okay. Rahul, this is a serious debate. I'm glad you have asked me to answer your question. I will appreciate some uninterrupted time. I won't take too long. Number one, clearly the BJP is so desperate to try and hide Prime Minister Narendra Modi from the mammoth embarrassment he's created for himself by making a hate speech where, as a pathological liar that he has been since 2002, he lied on the Congress Manifesto. He called it a Muslim League document. He called it divisive. He's lied to the people of India on saying Mangal Sutras will be snatched away. And Amit Shah has joined the party. Clearly, there is something fundamentally worrying the BJP. You know, I was thinking about it today, and you have put out some facts. I agree they are facts, whatever you have mentioned. But I feel that the Bharatiya Janata Party is seeing a serious imminent rout. Because how could this party not do elementary homework and Narendra Modi and Amit Shah considered to be the Chanakyas of Indian politics? They forgot that in their own cabinet, Jayant Sinha, Minister of State for Finance, in 2014, publicly stated that inheritance tax is something that the government must contemplate to reduce income inequality. Jayant Sinha, unlike Sam Pitroda, is not an overseas BJP head, Minister of State for Finance. And can I be honest with you? Frankly, in my opinion, in all the years that I have been in politics, one of the few people I really wanted to listen to and respected was actually Jayant Sinha. And even when I was the Congress official spokesperson at that point of time, I wouldn't be petty as to ridicule him for talking about inheritance tax, but that is the kind of conversation that policymakers, economists and thinkers and bureaucrats need to do.
Okay.
Now, here is the catch. Mr. Modi is clearly at this point of time, I think, very disturbed. Because if his party cannot save him further embarrassment, because end of day, Arun Jaitley praised inheritance tax. He's finance minister. They talked about nearly introducing it in the 2019 budget. Now, you know what makes me very intrigued is that the BJP does not even know that Rajiv Gandhi, as the Prime Minister of India, under his government, the estate duty or the inheritance tax was removed in 1985. The Congress has walked the talk. So I asked myself a question, Rahul, why is the BJP behaving like this?
Okay.
Modi is now in front of the Election Commission. I think he may be in front of the Supreme Court too very soon on hate speech.
Okay.
But why is the BJP behaving in this very peculiar, irrational?
Okay. Let me open this.
One last line. And I got the answer. The answer lies in a very well constructed, brilliant manifesto of the Congress party.
Okay.
And I know that the Congress is putting
Couple of points.
Manifesto all over the country.
I want to bring in Sanju Verma right after. A couple of quick points. Dr. Ranganathan, bear with me. Just very quickly. Jayant Sinha was, of course, very soon after that, not the MOS for finance. So that tells you something. Secondly, one of the reports
I don't care for that.
No, 1 second. One of the reports that...
Arun Jaitley,
One second. Arun Jaitley also got up when Rajiv Gandhi was around as Prime Minister and opposed wealth tax. Let me also tell you, Sanjay Jha, that the report that you're quoting was sourced from sources. Just like your faith in the mainstream media suddenly balloons today, swells into confidence. I'm surprised. But anyhow, that's okay. That's all very well. No one has answered the basic question that I asked. Why should I discount wealth redistribution on the Congress mind when its own manifesto says, will ensure minorities receive fair share. Ensure is the word. It's their manifesto.
How is that wealth redistribution?
One second.
How is that?
Congress will
use the term wealth redistribution.
Okay. I have to bring in the BJP. Now, I'm not getting into a slanging match. I'm only pointing out that there has been no response. There's been a lot of rhetorical counterfactuals. That's fine. You're entitled to that. But clause 3 says Congress will ensure minorities receive a fair share. Ensuring means that you have to bring in policies, legislation, etc., etc. And fair share, how do you calculate fair share? Through a census, viewers. And that means an X-ray. And it's not a caste census, it's a socio-economic census. That means your Mangal Sutra, boss, is...
Rahul, you're not being right.
Rahul?
Is on.
This is not right.
No, but I ask you.
This is not right.
Is a Mangal Sutra not an asset?
Hello?
Is it an asset, yes or no?
It's a caste survey. What is it got to do with religion?
No. A socio-economic survey. No. There are two words there. There is a caste survey and a socio-economic survey. Two very different things.
A caste survey determines the socio-economic
status. No. Sir, please, go back to... Look. Sanjay Jha ji, please open the manifesto yourself. I'll guide you to it. Equity clause, chapter 1. Please open it and then you read it, and it is written.
I have read it twice.
One second, sir. There is even an abbreviation mentioned there.
What is wrong?
No. So because it is not supposed to be read together, there are two different things. Now you might disagree with it. We leave that to the public. Yes, Sanju Verma, respond to Mr. Sanjay Jha.
You know, Rahul, now I don't want to be heckled. This pathological liar, this suspended variety.
No, but don't make it personal. Don't make it personal. Don't make it personal.
May I?
He hasn't called you any name, so why are you getting into it? You give your points.
I haven't
Sanju
called her
Verma. Yeah, please.
May I please?
Whether he is suspended or not, whether he is... Yeah, let's get back. Let's not do this, please. Then you get a rebuttal. Then there's a complaint that you are not allowed to speak. I don't have endless time for all this. So Sanju Verma, let's get to the points, please.
Rahul,
please,
1 minute. Sanjay Jha, please. Yes.
Rahul, I don't want to sound offensive. You've given me a sanctimonious lecture. Sanju Verma, let's not make this personal. Did you stop Sanjay Jha even once when he calls the sitting Prime Minister of India a pathological liar?
Madam, that is your job. That is your job. That is your job. Please respond.
So let me do my job. Don't teach me my job.
But
let me do my job.
1 second.
Don't teach me my job.
Fair enough. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead.
You do your job as an anchor. Let me
do
my job as the national spokesperson.
You have enough time.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Rahul. Yes.
Go ahead.
I will not be stopped from doing my job.
Please.
I will not have someone sit and abuse the Prime Minister and you expect the BJP to keep quiet. No, that's not going to happen. Now let me make some hard facts on your program which actually eulogizes hard facts. Look at the entire history of the Congress party. In the first 67 years of post-independent India, the first 67 years may say 54 saal, 54 years, it was the Congress party which ruled, Rahul. 1953, Nehru nationalized Air India. 1956, Nehru nationalized LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. Then look at the ignominy and the irony of things. 1969, Nehru's daughter Indira Gandhi nationalizes all public sector banks. 1972, Indira Gandhi nationalizes Coal India Limited. 1973, Indira Gandhi nationalizes GIC, General Insurance Corporation of India. Why I'm telling you all this, I will just come to that in a bit. In 1986, Nehru's grandson and Indira Gandhi's son Rajiv Gandhi sets up NTNL, and then they treat NTNL as their private fiefdom, and it starts bleeding to the point that today it has to be merged with BSNL for its very survival. Once upon a time, NTNL was supposed to be the behemoth that would revolutionize Indian telecom industry. And then after Pandit Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi's widow Sonia Gandhi, who ran a kitchen cabinet, though Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister right from 2004 to 2014, we had 10 of the biggest NPAs in India. I have the data right here. Bhushan Steel, Lanco Infra, SR Steel, SR Shipping, Bhushan Power, Alok Industries, Antec Auto, Monet Ispat, Electro Steel, ERA Infra, Jyoti Infra, JP Infra, ABG Shipyard. The list is endless. And They bled the economy by giving zombie loans to these companies which were declared NPAs long before the public realized that these companies have gone bankrupt. That is Nehru's Mahalanobis model. That is the socialist model of Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's kitchen cabinet, which eventually led to India becoming an economy which found itself under the fragile five as per the IMF. I'm so happy, Rahul. I was an associate director at JP Morgan. I worked with the biggest and the best, right from HDFC Securities to Phillip Capital. I was not some lowly clerk. I've held leadership positions, and today Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan says Narendra Modi has done an unbelievable job in terms of resurrecting the Indian economy. You had a similar sentiment being voiced by Ray Dalio of Bridgewaters, the biggest hedge fund in the world. You had Larry Fink of BlackRock, the founder of BlackRock, which manages assets which are 25% of the US economy actually. He says Narendra Modi has done a phenomenal job in restructuring the Indian economy. And then David Solomon of Goldman Sachs comes in and says Narendra Modi has done what ideally would have taken another prime minister 20 or 30 years in terms of bringing India into the top league of tables when it comes to economic hegemony. Now I will tell you, why is it that, Sam Pitroda is wrong when he talks about inheritance tax. I'm not worried about whether it is, applicable in 10 US states or 20 US states or 50 US states, or the fact that the average inheritance tax, in Wisconsin could be 20%, but in Hawaii and Alaska could be 50%. That's not the point. Look at the tone, look at the tenor. I always say the devil is in the detail. He says it's a very interesting law. When if you have $100 million and you suddenly die, your children and your grandchildren, they get to keep 45% of it, basically $45 million. And the balance $55 million goes to the public, and the state grabs this. The state grabs 55% of the $100 million you've left and redistributes it. And what does Jairam Ramesh say? Jairam Ramesh, basically, in a classic hua to hua, says, oh, this is Sam Pitroda's personal comment. The Congress party has nothing to do with it. Just like after Sheila Dikshit's son Sandeep Dikshit called Bipin Rawat the ex-CDS of India, Sadak Ka Gunda. I remember Rahul Gandhi, Manish Tiwari, an entire cabal saying, Sandeep Dikshit ne Bipin Rawat ko Sadak Ka Gunda bola, but that is his personal comment. If the Congress comes back to power, we are going back to the days of 1953 under Nehru, when even Myanmar, erstwhile Burma, had a better GDP growth than India. India was at 1.6%.